Hi, my name is Allie Greenstein, and this is my lesson plan for Breakthrough 2013. So before we begin today, let me start by asking you, how many of you have ever looked at a recipe before?
I have.
You have. Good, all of you. So what did you notice about that recipe?
It's a list of things.
It's a list of things. Tell me more about that.
It has an order.
It has an order. Good. It goes in sequential or logical order, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Good. So what do you think that does for the recipe or for the person trying to bake?
It helps them make the thing correctly.
Good. That's awesome. So when you walked into class today, I handed you a slip of paper, and I want Hannah to start reading hers, and we're going to see how this paragraph comes together.
Bake for 8 to 10 minutes on ungreased cookie sheet or until the edges are golden brown.
Good. Jory?
First, preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Good. Andrea?
In large bowl, beat butter, sugar, eggs, and vanilla until light and fluffy. Combine the flour, cocoa, baking soda, and salt. Stir into the butter mixture until well blended. Then add chocolate chips.
Good. So did that make sense?
No.
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 Why not?
It was out of order.
It was out of order. Good. And so if we were to be the ones baking it, it wouldn't come out right probably because we did the steps out of order. So as we can see from this, we've learned that the directions or the order that things are written in often help the reader understand what the writer is trying to say, right? So now I want to transfer and do a little activity. We're going to work in small groups, and I'm going to give you two paragraphs that I want you guys to compare. And think about the sentence structure, the flow of the paragraph, the vocabulary that the writer uses. It's a paragraph about tea, so I want to know what you think about that. So let's bring it back. What did you guys notice about about these two paragraphs?
The first paragraph was really disorganized.
It was really disorganized. What do you mean by that? Like, what made it disorganized?
It didn't flow, and it didn't really make any sense.
Good.
Yeah, it was really choppy, and there were a lot of ideas there, but they didn't all connect at the same time.
They didn't all connect, so it was very random and felt like it was pieced together. Good. What did you notice about the vocabulary or the language that the writer was using?
In the first paragraph, it was really boring.
It was boring. Good. He used a lot of passive verbs, right? You guys know what a passive verb is?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So, for example, the third or fourth sentence says it grows in hilly areas. So, the word grows, the verb grows, could be considered a passive verb. What do you think we could change it to make it a little bit more exciting, or an active verb?
Of blossoms?
Blossoms. That's really great. It makes it a lot more visual for the reader to understand. Good. I'm really glad you guys noticed all these things and are able to start picking up on them. So before we close today, I want you guys to leave you guys with these three key points. So to write an effective paragraph, you got to get straight to your points. You have to have your thesis, and you have to continue with the rest of your paper and have the supporting details to add to that. And like we talked about, keeping things in sequential or logical order. And finally, using your active voice and making things really visual for the readers and make them understand what you're trying to say in the most interesting way possible. So since you guys did such a great job, I want to close today with our favorite cheer, the roller coaster cheer. So if you'll do it with me, we go click, click, click.
Woo!
It's time to write your paper, and you aren't good with words. How do I write effectively and still sound like me? The paragraph should flow, 'cause don't you know, conclusion, body, intro, sequential order is key. No need to be embarrassed, you see with these steps you'll be effective as can be. Don't waste your time with extra details, get to your point in your intro, and if you don't, it might get boring and confusing. So support your thesis. Hey, if you follow these simple steps, main idea, one per paragraph. Just remember, thesis statement, supporting details, and you'll be golden.